He's been a world chess champion, an author, a political dissenter, and a vociferous critic of Vladimir Putin. He's been in the media eye for his controversial statements and has taken center stage in the discourse around the Russia-Ukraine conflict. What is Garry Kasparov doing in 2023? You're about to find out. Celebrating his 60th birthday this April, Kasparov has been particularly vocal about the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict. As a Russian-born political activist, he is uniquely positioned to comment on the crisis. In fact, he's taken to Twitter, stating that World War III has already started, with Ukraine being the current front. He's warned about Putin's imperial aspirations and critiqued global inaction on these issues. Interestingly, despite being a Russian citizen, Kasparov has been a fierce criticaster of Putin, even dating back to 2001. In recent interviews, he has rebuked Putin's dreams of restoring the Soviet Empire and chastised the free world for not taking definitive action. He further iterates that peace cannot be achieved at Ukraine's expense and calls for the liberation of Ukraine. Kasparov, in a recent interview, shines a spotlight on the strategic significance of curbing global dictators, putting Putin at the top of the list. He presents an argument for robust Western actions, such as the annexation of Crimea and the backing of the Assad regime in Syria. According to him, Ukraine isn't just a random selection on Putin's map, but a deliberate move to restructure global security and revive Russia's past imperialism. He argues for the restoration of Ukraine's territorial sovereignty and reparations as the only pathway to enduring peace. In an enlightening conversation with CNN's Christiane Amanpour, he dived into the iron grip Putin holds over Russian society, articulating his apprehensions about the ongoing invasion. Alongside him was Eugenia Kara-Murza, wife of incarcerated opposition activist Vladimir Kara-Murza, putting a human face to the personal hardships endured by those opposing Putin's regime. When asked about potential remedies to the Russia-Ukraine conflict, Kasparov didn't shy away from proposing bold measures. In the Forbes interview, Kasparov advocated for direct and immediate military support to Ukraine. This is in line with his long-held belief that the West should adopt a more assertive stance towards Putin's Russia. When he speaks of military support, he likely implies not only traditional armaments, but also modern tools of warfare such as cyber defense and intelligence capabilities. This highlights Kasparov's understanding of modern conflict dynamics, where the battlefield extends beyond physical territory. He also stresses the need to seize Russia's finances and those of Putin's associates. This is a call to employ financial tools and sanctions to combat Putin's regime, a strategy that can significantly impact the financial elite that support Putin. His mention of recalling ambassadors speaks to the diplomatic isolation, which is another key part of his proposed strategy. Before we delve further into this chess grandmaster's post-career activities and controversies, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give us a like if you're enjoying the video so far. Now, back to Kasparov. The Twitter platform is another stage where Kasparov expresses his assertive views. He situates the current conflict as part of a broader, ongoing war initiated by Putin. His tweets underscore an urgent warning: Putin's escalation is inevitable, particularly if he succeeds in dominating Ukraine. One of his poignant tweets reads, "This is already World War III. Putin started it long ago, and Ukraine is only the current front. He will escalate anyway. And it's even more likely if he succeeds in destroying Ukraine, because you will have again convinced him you won't stop him even though you could." Kasparov also delves into the intricate dynamics of Putin's rule in his tweets, arguing that the regime's stability is contingent upon Putin's ability to safeguard wealth and the power of his wealthy allies. A typical tweet in this vein reads, quote, "The loss of faith in Putin of oligarchs, cronies and officials is more relevant to the duration of the regime than emboldened rivals. The capo de tutti capi guarantees protection in exchange for loyalty. Protection of fortunes, of authority. When that diminishes, so does loyalty." He doesn't hesitate to highlight the declining state of the Russian military, attributing its repeated defeats at the hands of the Ukraine to its corrupt leadership, low morale, and incompetent commanders. His piercing tweet reads, "Having been defeated repeatedly by Ukraine, Russian forces have found an easier opponent, one with corrupt leadership, incompetent commanders, and low morale. Kasparov's tweets pull no punches when calling out the failings of the Russian military, framing their struggle as a fight for nothing more than the imperial delusions of a dictator and the greed of his regime. He commends Ukraine's bravery for exposing this harsh reality, as he states, "Russians have been fighting for nothing but the imperial delusions of a dictator and the monumental avarice of his mafia. Ukraine's bravery has exposed it all, and it's literally and figuratively coming home." He points to a lack of clear command in Russia, noting the media's wait for instructions that never arrive. An armed convoy is en route to the capital, and there's nothing but drivel. Because Putin knows violence will spread panic among a population, he tells everything is fine. While the world of geopolitics boils with escalating tensions, his criticisms don't stop there. He's also commented on the state of competitive chess today. The most prominent controversy of late surrounds the prodigy from Norway, Magnus Carlsen. Citing dwindling motivation, Carlsen recently renounced his world champion title, sparking heated debates about the format of the championship matches. In a move that caught the global chess community off guard, Carlsen expressed dissatisfaction with the exhaustive preparation that the long-format championship matches demand. In his words, Kasparov proposed,
"I think that we should look something like the Rangers Tour, make it more dynamic, and I think it's very natural to incorporate, the rapid and blitz into the system. That's what people want to see. That's why we have millions and millions of new followers. Like it or not, nobody wants to wait 8 hours for the result of the game."
Yeah. Kasparov also took a stroll down memory lane, recalling his own deviation from the norm when he founded the Professional Chess Association, PCA, for his World Championship match against Nigel Short in 1993. In a firm statement about the relevance of the World Championship title, Kasparov made his stance clear. He writes, "Magnus is the best player today. For the public, he is called the World Champion. Whatever title you want to add to his name, he is still the best. It would be very odd to see any match called the World Championship without Magnus." Despite the upheaval and controversy, Kasparov shows appreciation for Carlsen's accomplishments and his reign as champion. He acknowledges Carlsen's greatness and the significant impact the Norwegian Grandmaster has made in the chess world. Kasparov's political activities have been as fervent as his chess strategies. He chaired the Human Rights Foundation, HRF, from 2012 to 2021. His participation in protests against Putin's administration saw him arrested multiple times, demonstrating his commitment to challenging oppressive regimes. Not only an activist, Kasparov also lends his intellect to the field of education. He established the Kasparov Chess Foundation in 2002 with the aim to use chess as a learning tool to foster academic performance among his students. The foundation operates globally, championing the beliefs of chess as a cognitive learning aid. Moreover, Kasparov has been a prolific author, contributing to the world of chess and political literature. His books provide an insightful glimpse into his extraordinary mind, with titles such as How Life Imitates Chess, where he makes a compelling case for the invaluable lessons chess offers for decision-making in life and business. In recent years, Kasparov has taken a keen interest in the sphere of artificial intelligence, or AI. As the first world champion to be defeated by a machine, IBM's Deep Blue, he has unique insights into the interaction between human intelligence and its artificial counterpart. Kasparov has spoken at multiple tech conferences and forums, engaging audiences on the threats and opportunities of AI. Garry Kasparov, once a legendary figure dominating the chess world, continues to intrigue us off the board. But here's something to think about. With all his accomplishments and his outspoken nature, where does he stand in the list of the richest chess players? Stay tuned to find out in our next video.